Hello and welcome. My name is Jessin Zhao and I'm the director of Zawadi Connections. And I'd like to talk to you about what and who we are. Zawadi Connections was formed by my team and we've been working on this program for the past 2 or 3 years. And we decided to form this not-for-profit to extend our capacity in designing strong, adaptable systems for our local food sources. The reason why we wanted to do this was because we saw as much as Zawadi Farm was growing the produce wasn't reaching to those areas where the food was needed the most. With the not-for-profit, we are able now to build more resilient, self-sufficient communities which are supporting local agriculture. And that we can strengthen the connection between the growers and the community as a whole. So the food we're growing goes directly and connects directly to those locations. So we saw through the pandemic era, we noticed that food connections the gap was getting higher, of course, with the food costs changing. And we noticed that we need to really work against resiliently leaning on the global food supply system. We need to change that paradigm to create a very strong local economy, local system that supports us and reaching into those communities. We're looking at working with local farms who are focused on CSA systems. So these are farm share systems, community supported agriculture systems. And the idea with that is farms that work through this are able to, and we're able to connect with them, and any fruit that they don't have connections to their customers with, we can connect them through to our communities or through our charity and for the food bank connections that we have. So those kind of programs, connections through local producers, we're able now to have volume and consistency of produce that we can connect to a community in a long-term perspective. So that is a sustainable way that we believe and have tested and seen that it actually works, that we can extend this reach. So supporting local agriculture is valuable as a tool to connect the foods to where it needs to go. The other part is growing our food, where we'll be looking at partnering with growers, but also teaching individuals in any community to learn how to be growers themselves. So how do you know and connect through to your local food source, to your local food place, so you can become the source of food? Having your own garden, backyard garden, community garden, all those systems are valuable. So Zawadi Connections will be looking at developing systems and opportunities that these individuals, yourself, can create meaningful food conversations in your area. The other piece is literacy. How do you create literacy in spaces where you'll understand the value of food as you receive it? Seasonality, food storage programs. How do we do that? Resiliency systems that during in season, what is canning, what is dry storage, what is cold storage, what is dry freezing, all those resources of understanding. We will develop kits and tools in that you will learn and know how to create and participate in a strong food economic system. So would that be going on farm tours? Would that be having classes, cooking classes, having food festivals, whatever that system is that now will create that literacy perspective of this is local food and these are producers and I am a grower myself. The other piece now is building community networks. This now is when we now work with local producers and interconnecting them together so that we are working with them strongly, so we know now where the production is and focusing on the resilience and how sustainable the connections will be. The other piece is advocating food reform. So there are things happening right now in our city that need to change. So what are those? How are they done? How can they be changed? How can they be adopted, amended, appended, deleted? And however way we're going to work through that, this is going to be a focus. The biggest part, of course, will be how do we protect natural resources? These are things that we'll be paying close attention to. The backyards you're using, the front yards you're using, the rooftops you're using, anywhere you're going to grow food, your local gardens. How do you make them be resilient? How do you make them be sustainable? How do you learn what good soil is? How do you access good soil there? How do you access the plants, the seedlings? How do you manage them? All those things is we will teach you how to protect those resources and make sure that once you create them, they are part and parcel of your community. So funding will be one of our major challenges, but we invite anyone who you want to promote us, you want to participate with us, you want to partner with us. We welcome every possible connections that you can have with us. If any of the things I mentioned earlier fit in your organization or your own personal program, connect with us. That's what this Zawadi Connections is. Zawadi is actually Swahili word for gift. So this is gift connections, pulling those resources together so we can create a resilient food economy for our city, for ourselves, for your community and my community. And this is why we form Zawadi Connections. So we ask you to join us, participate with us, and if you have any questions, please reach out. I'm available. You have my email. Our contact here will be zawadiconnections.com. That's ZAWADI connections.com. We welcome all of you to join us. We welcome all of you to participate with us. We believe in collaboration, collaborate with us, partner with us. Let's make food resilient programs real. Thank you so much for your time.